Okay. All right.
You figured it out?
Yep, we're going.
Okay. The friendship between Bob and Laveta and Don and Ruby was as natural as relationships forming between friends. Well, Laveta and I were friends since we were about the age of 6 years old. I met her when my oldest sister Alice took me to church with her. Laveta was born on January 3rd and I was born on March 17th of the same year. Being the same age, we were always together, giggling during church services, singing the hymns very loudly, staying overnight at each other's homes, roller skating at the Imperial Skating Rink in Portland, going on beach trips and trips to the Bend Institute, and many other times too numerous to count. We even knew each other's friends at school, even though Laveta went to Woodburn and I went to North Marion. As we grew up and married and moved away to different towns, Bob and Laveta to Vancouver, Washington, and my husband and I to Salem, we grew apart. Really? We always remembered each other's birthdays and there were always Christmas cards. Laveta came back into my life after I moved to Vancouver in 1969. It was then that she came and rang on my doorbell and we started attending church in Vancouver. Our kids met each other when they were very young. After marrying Don and moving to Salem, Laveta asked us to go with them to several different outings after our kids were raised and we started taking vacations together. We had such good times as Bob and Don were becoming good friends as well. We always laughed and joked to the degree that we bothered other people when we exploded with laughter in restaurants and public places. It's hard to remember a single instance as there were so many occasions that Bob and Don would start laughing until they were crying. They were still acting like that when we spent time with Bob last year in Yuma. Bob was planning on coming up this month to visit his family and promised to stay a few nights with us, at least one night, so we could make the trip to Spirit Mountain. We were looking forward to the fun time we would have had with him and the usual laughing and joking that took place. It was devastating to learn of Bob's death. We will always miss both of them so much. I think our friendship was formed at such a deep level because of Laveta's and my own commitment to our church when we were young girls. This brought these two men into our lives and caused them to be committed to the church also. We were promised from the pulpit when we were very young that God would place someone in our lives that would be a partner in our church lives as well. It took a little longer for me, but that did come to pass. Our friendship was even closer also because of mutual relatives being married. My sister Alice married Laveta's cousin Rodney. After we lost Laveta, Bob and Aralinda spent time with us as well. It was never quite the same and I'm sure very difficult for Aralinda as she could never understand the level of friendship we had over the years. I know that she gave Bob the companionship that he needed and I'm grateful that he was able to find that during the last years of his life. We know that Bob and Laveta are together again in heaven and they are intertwined forever, just as their ashes have been intertwined and cannot be separated. Our spirits will always have the connection, and I have felt Laveta around me many times in the past years since her death. I pray for their families, their children and grandchildren, that they may always remember the love that they both had for all of them. Rest in peace, dear friends. Love, Don and Ruby. Okay, you can stop now.
Okay, how do I turn this off?